Hi, everyone. Welcome again to the 5 o'clock. I have a very special guest today, Alex Edwards, who is the owner and CEO of Thumbprint Realty in Boston, Massachusetts, as well as Atlanta, Georgia. He's also the author of a book. Alex?
Yes, I
like to introduce yourself?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were saying introduce the book. My name is Alex Edwards. I'm super excited to.
I closed before I do is the name of the book.
Yep. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Oh, okay, great. Yep.
Okay.
My name is Alex Edwards. I've been in real estate for about 14 years. I started in real estate by purchasing first, and then I jumped in a couple of years after when I realized I hated my 9-to-5. I hate my 9-to-5. Didn't like it at all. Felt like I was smarter than my boss, but I wasn't the boss. So I guess in that sense, he was smarter than me because he was the boss. So, and everyone that was coming into, I was working at a bank. So everyone was coming into the bank that was happy on their time and they had money was realtors. And they always said, Alex, you need to do this. Come get in the game, get in the game. If you're not going to jump in the game, just keep cashing my checks. So one day I decided to say, walked away from the bank. And I never turned back.
So Alex, we actually met. So we met, is that 14 years ago then? No, we met 13 years.
No, it was not 14 years ago. Yeah, we met
at Starbucks.
We met about 5 years ago, 5 to 6 years ago. Yep.
At Starbucks.
At Starbucks. Yep.
And when I first met you, you were talking about
becoming a broker.
Well, yep. Yes, you were working for a brokerage, but you were deciding whether you wanted to start your own brokerage.
Correct.
So I, want to applaud you for doing that. You are kicking. I'm so proud of you. So proud of you.
Thank you.
And he's the inspiration for me becoming a broker. And I still have his voicemail that he left me when I first got my broker's license and passed my test. So every time I hear it, I get really happy. Thank you, Alex. All right. So let's talk about women in real estate, which is something that Alex is very into. And I love how he supports women throughout this exploration of real estate. And why don't we start with your topic of love is overrated? Do you want to go into that?
Of course, my wife is here. It's kind of right. It's great timing. She walked right by. Alex, so explain why love is overrated. So love is overrated. I honestly feel like it's college, get a job, get married, have kids.
Yeah.
Right? And I just don't believe in that at all. I really think that before fiance, it should be finances. Before marriage, it should be mortgage for the individual, not for the couple. And I really believe that love can't survive broke. It just can't. It doesn't survive. So a lot of divorces are caused by lack of financials in the relationship. So I say, look, as an individual, I'm going to do my part and make sure my finances are healthy. As an individual, you're going to do your part and make sure your financials are healthy. Now, when we come together, we're not arguing about finance. All we need to do is focus on the love at that point.
Right.
There's nothing to talk about. We're not saying who's paying for this, you're broke, this. We're not talking about that. Or if it doesn't work out, we're saying, hey, you already came in this relationship with money. I came in this relationship with money. Let's just go our separate ways. And is this healthy? And it's no one feel like they lost.
Right.
And I think women, I just think society and the idea of you guys just going to school, find a husband, getting married, you should stay home with your kids, and that's it. That's your life. That's it. And I think that's unfair because more women are in relationships where they can't afford to leave, and they bad relationships. But I cannot afford to leave. I don't have enough money, so I have to accept this man or woman treating me like trash because I don't have enough money to live on my own. That is unfair. That doesn't make sense. And our parents was pushing this on our women. Make sure you get a ring. Make sure you get a ring. Why not make sure you get commas? This is disgusting. And I wanted to write this book to support women. And it's not a secret why women are whooping our ass right now when it comes to finances, when it comes to real estate. A single woman versus a single man. I'm betting on that single woman any day, any day of the week. And it's not, and it's crazy because, again, if we look at women's rights, Mississippi was the first state to allow a woman to buy real estate. So you're telling me, I think it was like the 1870, late 1800s. You're telling me that a woman could take care of the house, take care of the family, but they didn't have the opportunity to own the four walls that they working in?
Right.
Come on. This is ridiculous.
I have to say that, I'm 43 and I'm still not married. But I think that here in Chicago specifically, and I think also in Boston when I lived there are more women that are single for a longer amount of time because they are becoming CEOs. They are doing something that's for them. And it's changed over the last, I think for me, the last like 5 or 6 years, where people aren't, I think most of my friends here that are my age are still single, and they all are CEOs.
I applaud you. And please don't. I hope everyone, whoever's listening, is not saying, "Oh man, he's against love. He likes single people. He likes single rich people." I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying make sure you're financially healthy before. Love your finances before you love your fiance. That's all I'm saying. Because you don't. I mean, one thing for sure is this: if the love isn't strong enough to survive a financial crisis, divorce happens. That's all. I'm not saying everybody's gonna get a divorce if money is an issue. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that in the world, finances cause the second most that cause divorces. Second most reason to cause divorces. Sorry. And I'm saying if you fix your finances, the first one is cheating, right? Don't cheat. That's all you got to do once you fix your finances. Don't cheat. You win. You're together forever. If you don't cheat, you got money and don't cheat, and you're together forever.
Yeah. You have another idea of the tenants that paid for my wedding but weren't invited. Can you tell us more about that?
Tenants paid for my wedding but weren't invited. I know that seems a bit mean, and shout out to all my tenants that's watching. I'm so happy because a lot of the tenants, I call them my partners now, they wasn't around when I got married, so they're not going to be offended. And what I'm just trying to say is we use investment property to pay for our lives, right? Mm-hmm. Someone's getting paid $50,000 a year, right? And say you had an investment property that was bringing you, say I don't know, $20,000, $25,000 a year, right? Mm-hmm. Now, you don't have to go to that property every day. You don't have to go to that property weekly. You don't have to go to that property every month. But you're still getting $25,000 a year. So what does that tell me? That tells me, okay, so I have to go every day into work every single day. I have to be stressed out. I can't own my time, and I'm getting paid $50,000 on one side. I own my time, don't have to go to work every day, don't have to see the house every day. I go to sleep, go on vacation, and I'm getting $25,000 per year regardless. That tells me I need to get 75,000 from this side, $75,000 a year from this side, where I don't have to go into work every day. I don't have to see this home every day. I don't have to see it once a month. That is the idea of investing into real estate. That's the whole idea. It's simple. If you want to work hard at a job, you could work hard at real estate, but you're going to get the same return, but it's a little easier.
Yeah.
Now a lot of people.
No, go ahead.
A lot of people say, well, what if, I don't know, tenants give me a lot of headache. Like, I don't want to deal with the headache, right? Mm-hmm. So I asked them, so wait a minute, let me ask you a question. So you don't own real estate now. Do you have headaches? Yeah. So what's the difference between a tenant headache and not having a tenant headache? You still having a headache. I'd rather have money with headaches. I'd rather have money with headaches than be broke with headache. If I'm broke, I can't even buy a Tylenol.
That's true. Now I have a question. There's a lot of investors that are, new investors that I've been talking to lately, and they want to come into this market. And the big question is it better to come in and do a flip, or is it better to come in and do a buy and hold?
I can't answer that question. Why? If you're broke, it's better to come in and do a flip. Of course, you need the capital. That's a no-brainer. If you have money, it's better to hold. Because at that point, number one, who's your partner in everything you do?
You.
I wish.
No, yourself.
I wish I had a piece of that Chicago and this white blaze of money. IRS.
Yeah.
So IRS is going to be with these flips. My first flip, I was like, yeah, this is what I'm making. The IRS was like, this is what I'm making. You know what I'm saying? And I looked at it, it's like, hey, the IRS is, I'm the IRS tenant. It didn't do nothing and it getting paid. So again, if you need the cash, of course you're gonna go with the flip first, or you're gonna wholesale, then flip, then hold.
Yeah. And the other question that people always ask is how to finance. What's the best way to finance if you're doing a flip?
Again, it all difference. All right, so let me break down a lot of stuff. So, okay, if I'm thinking if this is your first flip, you jumping in, you go hard money, right?
Right.
Now, I suggest you find a flip instead of wholesaling it. You find someone that's already flipping, and you jump in the deal and say, "Look, this is what I'm about to bring to the deal. I need you to take care of financing," right? So a person like me said, that's a no-brainer. You brought me a phenomenal deal. I'm going to make $100,000 and I have to put up $10,000 and you put up nothing. But if without you, I wouldn't make $90,000. Sound like a good idea to me, right?
Yeah, right.
So what happens though, because I flipped before, the hard money lenders are now looking at it, okay, you have experience. So we're not going to charge you a lot on points. We're not going to charge you a lot on the rate because you have experience. Now you going on your own, you're going to get a higher rate, or you're going to get a higher rate and you might have to put down more money. So again, if I'm new, I'm going to probably meet someone and say, look, if I find deals, I just don't want to give you the deal. I want to partner with you. I find the deals, but you pay for it. Does that sound good or not? Now, I want all my young flippers, investors out there to hear me loud and clear. Whoever finds the deal has the power, not who has the money. Not who has the money. So if someone comes to you and say, I have the money, I'm the one putting up all the money, say, kick rocks, I'll go somewhere else. And I guarantee you they're going to come. See, if right now, today, someone was selling you a Bentley for $1,000, but you didn't have $1,000. Are you going to tell that person with the Bentley that want to sell you a Bentley for $1,000 that they know a Bentley is worth almost $200,000? No, I don't have $1,000.
No, you would not.
No, right? What you going to do? You're going to go down the street and say, look, I have this Bentley down the street for $50,000. Now you know it's worth about $200,000. Do you want this? Now, you know your neighbor got the money. He or she gonna say, Hell yeah. Are you crazy? I'm going to buy this Bentley off of you before you change your mind. You're going to take that $50,000. You're going to give $1,000 to the person that was selling that Bentley for $1,000. You're going to keep $49,000 and you're going to give that Bentley to your neighbor and laugh in the winds. That's the game. So when someone say money is everything, laugh at them, young flippers, young investors. The deal is everything. Find the deal, find your freedom.
Exactly.
Bricks University.
I think that's a great advice. Great advice. So can you tell us more about the book you have that's coming out?
Yeah, of course. Again, it's a great book. I really wrote it for females, and my wife said, you should kind of just put the guys in there somewhere. I said, well, okay, I guess. Gender inclusive. Okay. That's what she said.
Okay.
That's what she said.
Huh.
So I wanted to write this book, and the most exciting part about writing this book is all the new information I have learned. Mm-hmm. So, no disrespect, but women around your age are now freezing their eggs. They said, I am not waiting for Prince Charming. Absolutely not. I'm not going to wait to start my life when a man tells me he is ready to be with me. Absolutely not. I will become a CEO. I will become a real estate mogul. I will do this. I will do that. And I know one thing I will not do is wait for him. So freeze, and they live their life. What's happening to the fellas though? The fellas are now saying, I will wait until I find my woman. I will wait until I have a family. I will wait to step up to the plate when it comes to buying a home. Kind of backwards now, huh? Interesting.
Yes, it is, yeah.
Interesting. So we're saying fellas, or it might be an excuse. We are waiting for a reason to leave mama house. If we don't have a wife or kids, it makes no sense to leave mama house because mama ain't charging, right? So I found that very interesting that we are now a little bit emotional or kind of hold back and waiting for love to kind of give us a motivation to leave mama house.
Right.
And the book's a phenomenal book. I think it's I know it's one of a kind because I write in third party a lot, and it's funny, it's hilarious. It's not going to be one of those books where you read it and then you say, okay, then what I do now? What I do now? I read it. Okay, where do I start?
Right.
After you read the book, I'm going to give you step by step what you should do. I'm going to identify different mortgage products. I'm going to identify different hard money lending products. You will be a professional investor by the time you finish reading that book. And the most important thing is the importance behind the book, where we want to break the idea of a woman holding a ring and an apron, and that's all we need from you guys.
Alex, I love it. That doesn't
make sense.
I love it.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me. I want you guys out. Look, at the end of the day, I promise, I wish I could have my way and only work with females. You guys are very organized. You're very direct. I work with Daniela. It's chaotic. And she comes in like, did it do this? Did it do this? Emails, all that. Oh, here comes another email from them. But that's the power of females. I just think it's just organized. They see the finish line. They know how to get to the finish line, and they know how to keep you on track to get to that finish line. And the most important part, well, most females, they really don't want your spot. They really just want to help you get there. Give them some appreciation. They're all good. Like, they don't need to be the king. They just need to be appreciated as the king, as a king. That's it. I think that's a good deal for me. I'm with it.
Good deal.
That's a good deal. And I think that's why even I went to a conference, and the person behind a lot of Rock Johnson's success is a female, and she was just breaking everything down. I'm like, man, females are they just amazing. They just amazing. And someone said today, and please, I might get a lot of emails that hateful emails right now, what I'm about to say. Someone said, God, he always find the best in people. And when I heard that, I don't know why today I heard it different. Like, I'm 34 years old. All my life I heard he. And I'm like, but why God ain't a she? I mean, women are giving birth. They bring life to the world. If I had to pick a human to be God, maybe it would be a female because they the only one could bring life to the world.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I don't know if my body is strong enough to carry someone for 9 months. I don't know if I'm built like that. I might die. That don't sound real godly to me.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, so that's what the book's all about. Again, it's a phenomenal piece, and one of the best pieces in the book, I write about my mom and her relationship with my father. And I hope she don't kick my butt. But I got a little personal, but I celebrated her as well, and was just describing what I was just talking about of being in a relationship and cannot leave a relationship because she can't afford to leave.
Yeah.
And to get treated a certain way because you don't have enough money to get away. And I commend her because she found a way, and she had to, it was like a bad business partnership where if you want to leave, you're going to leave with nothing and debt. And she left with nothing and debt. And we was broke probably for the first 20 Years. And now, she's doing phenomenal. She's happy. I hope she's happy. But that's in the book too. That's in the book. And honestly,
She's got to be proud of you, Alex. I can tell you that.
Huh?
She's got to be proud of you.
Oh yeah, she definitely is. She's definitely my first investor.
The name of the book is I Close Before I Do.
I Close Before I Do.
And when is that coming out?
Woo! This book was supposed to already be out. I ain't gonna lie. I'm adding some more stuff that I feel like I should treat this book like it's my last book. Like, give it my all. I added.
No, it's not going to be your last.
I know, but I should treat it like it. I'm writing some mortgage poetry right now for it, and I'm retiling the chapters. I'm making it cool. I have cool chapters like finance before fiance, mortgage before marriage. Like, I'm picking certain chapters and switching the names out, and then also putting quotes and poetry into it, like mortgage poetry. And I think after reading the book, I think it's too hard for a person that don't know nothing about real estate. I think I'm not dumb it down to disrespect anyone. I think I need to make it a little bit more relatable, and use metaphors a little bit more as well. And I think then it will turn into a great book, and it will be a phenomenal book to give to your daughter or even your son when they off to college or even in high school. Definitely should be a book if someone's getting married and it's 2 years out. They definitely should read the book, get their finance in order, and hopefully have their tenants pay for their wedding.
Well, thank you so much for all the information. It's been such a pleasure, like, having you on the show, and also having Danielle Forte on the show, which is my other interior design friend too. So anyways, what's the best way that people can get a hold of you?
The best way, I can't say social media. I'll be lying.
He's live all the time, guys.
I'm lying. But yeah, hit me up on social media. You know what? The best way to get in contact with me, go on my YouTube page and look at a lot of inspirational videos. And what
is your YouTube page? Just
Alex E. Edwards, simple. And on everything, there's Alex E. Edwards on Facebook, Alex E. Edwards on Instagram, Alex E. Edwards on YouTube, Alex E. Edwards, everything. So yeah, go check me out. But can I give an update about Austin market? All right, hold on. All right, all right, all right. All right, so now y'all know Lamaki is my guy. I talk to him a lot. I feel like if he's gonna do all the work, I ain't doing nothing. I'm just going to listen to his facts, fact check for a little, and just run with it and put my own spin to the information, just like a professor. So what are buyers doing today? Well, 25% of them is kind of holding off. Is it a good idea? You're stupid. I'm just saying. Okay, pros and cons. Pro, if it's a property that you want right now on the market and a seller is desperate, attack. Negotiate, attack. Don't stop attacking until the seller falls. Now, if a seller doesn't have to sell, you might want to hold off, right?
Right.
So it could go either way, right? 10% of buyers got laid off. Mm-hmm. So they gone, they can't buy. They done. In the last about a week or so, 9% of homes went under agreement. And this is Boston, please. So I'll give you example, right? About last week, well, when this all started, about 11,000 homes was on the market, and a little under 2,000 per week was going under agreement. Now, a little under 10,000 on the market, and a little under 1,000 per week is going under agreement.
Yeah, I think that people don't realize that right now, if it's priced well, and there's low inventory, at least here.
Yep.
Things are still selling. People are still buying.
Exactly.
Not stopped. They still have to buy. They still have to sell. And even more, people are getting even a better deal because people, if they have lost their job, need to sell. So, and with the interest rates being so low, you know, when the investors are asking me, is this a good time to invest? And my investors that I currently have are saying, should I keep buying? The answer is yes.
Don't buy nothing top market price.
Do not. Buy value add.
Beat the seller's ass.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Never pay what the list price is. Always have your broker negotiate for you.
Exactly. Amen. Look, you're going to lose your house. I'm buying it. I heard it's going to get worse. I'm buying it. And that's what you should do. Then other than that, if you're a seller, again, if you don't have to sell, like Marcus said this, and I agree. If you don't have to sell, don't sell. I don't think, and no genius have to tell me this, I personally don't think this is it's going to be a huge financial crisis.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be I think the economy is going to be better than before the virus. And I'll tell you why. I think right now, people are in their unit, their apartment, or even in their home and saying, hey, I need a bigger space, or I need yard space. Because I can't be, if this ever happened again, this is what I want. And they're taking it a little serious, and they have the opportunity, the time to write down a game plan, their next move. I also think it's going to be a lot more entrepreneurs born, because this is the first time since high school where I could sit back and dream and have time to dream and have time to say, okay, this is what I want to do with my life. Is real estate me, or is entertaining me? We both know which one I'm picking.
Yeah. I mean, this is a time right now. This brings out either whether you are an entrepreneur or not, right?
Correct.
This is the time right now to be building your company. And if you're not building in a certain way, then build in a different way and figure out a way to make money. So This is the time that you're building so that when the surge does hit, which I do believe it will, we'll be ready for it.
Exactly.
You're organized and you're built and you're ready to go.
You're exactly right. And the next thing, you either going to have kids in December or divorce.
Yeah.
Or
Divorce
divorce.
babies. Yeah. Yeah.
The love is going to be tested, people. The love is going to be tested. And honestly, but for all jokes aside, you're going to fall in love with the time you have.
Mm-hmm.
And that could be a scary thing or a positive thing okay, how can I keep this time and make money?
Right.
And I hope you're thinking about that right now. Because that's the most important thing. And as you see, I'm throwing Redfin under the bus. Redfin laid off everybody.
They did. And
Redfin was trying to
stranded. A lot of people stranded.
Redfin was undercutting all the other real estate brokerage. Oh, 1% this, 1% that. We hire our realtors, blah, blah, blah. Look at them now. You went for the big shiny egg and they don't, and look what happened, you know? And, you know, as a real estate agent, I know we're not supposed to talk bad about no other brokerages, but I'm just stating facts. That was in Google. Don't blame me, blame Google. I'm just reading what Google said.
Cool.
So exactly every day I'm Googling, but yeah. That's all I have. If you don't have any other questions, yeah.
I don't have any other questions, but this has been a fabulous conversation. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you for having this conversation. I think this is really good for investors. I mean, I have these questions every single day. Like, is this a good time? Is this not a good time? What's going on with the market? It's changing every single day, right?
Someone's always making money.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, when there's blood in the streets, buy. That's just like, you know, every person I've talked to, that's the saying that they're throwing out there. So anyways, Alex, it was such a pleasure having you on the show. Thank you so much for coming on. And it was so good to see your face again.
Last remark. I'm sorry.
Yes. What?
People always, when they say, this is the moment, should we be buying? As I said, someone is making money.
Yeah, and
we was
doing it.
Yep, in 08 and before 08, 04, when we were going to war, as you watch the documentary, Cheney was making money. A lot of people was dying. Cheney was making money.
Yep.
A lot of people losing their jobs. Who's making money? Follow the money. If you're losing your job, if you can't purchase, that means you have to rent. Build something so people rent from you. Yeah. Somebody is making money. Just don't surrender and say, I'm going to wait until this is all over and lose everything and then blame it on the virus. You lost everything and you got to start over. This is your opportunity to show the world who you are. No one's going to come save you. No one is coming. You got to show up. You come get yourself. Look in the mirror and say, I got you. You got this. Alex E. Edwards.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on. It's been so nice.
All right. Bye, Daniela.
Bye, Daniela.
Bye, y'all.
Thank you so
Bye,
much.
Melinda.
I'll talk to you soon. Bye.